Let's just start off by you just telling me golf. Why golf? And when I say why golf, I mean obviously as a sport, it was something that you were interested in, and I just want to find out why specifically for golf.
Well, my dad introduced me to the game. How did he introduce me to the game? So he used to play himself. He started out as a caddy at the Royal Swazi, and he taught himself how to play. And he eventually became good, and later in his life played professionally. And then at some point he got a scholarship to go and study golf coaching, which was sponsored by the Royal and Ancient of Scotland. He went and studied and became a coach, and came back home, and he started a golf academy, which was sponsored by Swazi MTN. And I became a part of the academy, and that's how I learned.
Okay, and then just as a female entering that space, did you experience any challenges? If so, what kind of challenges did you experience? I ask because
Yeah.
golf is, well, some people would associate the sport with a specific gender. But
Mhm.
now being a black female in that space, were there any challenges that you came across? If so, would you like to share some of them and how you overcame those challenges?
Well, I guess I wouldn't have seen them as challenges back then because I was just a little kid on a golf course trying to learn how to play golf. But I did get some strange questions, like how why are you playing golf? You're a girl and you're young, you're always playing with old white men. So it's known to be a white man's sport. And for those also known to be played by people who can afford or who are wealthy. And I think that's a very big misconception because that's not true. Yes, my father used to work there, but he could play. He had an opportunity to play. We, I got an opportunity to play too, and not one day on the golf course I was ever made to feel poor, even though I was poor. Um, However, it is pricey. The better you become, the more expensive, but the more it becomes expensive. So I think that happens with every sport, though. When you get better, the more equipment is required, the more attention you need. It's just that's how it is. But also coming from a village, my mom would say, look, why don't you stay at home and do all your house chores and make sure that you get your schoolwork done and work around the house, coming from an old traditional family. So those would have been the challenges, but I mean, it was nothing too serious for me. It was something I could live by.
Okay. And then tell me more about your involvement with Standard Bank and the Pro AM series.
So Standard Bank started such an amazing initiative, whereby they started a Pro M series where the professionals and amateurs get to play together. Um, Most of the pros are pros that were already playing on the Sunshine Tour, and there are those of us who already play in the European Tour, and some of the pros actually play in the LPGA. And Standard Bank hosts these events to support female golfers, the professionals who get to play in the Sunshine Tour, which is only 3 months long. And right now, especially this year, it's going to be 6 more months, which means the girls are going to be playing for 9 months, from 9 months long this year, which is really a good thing. And there's so much talent out there. The ladies can really play, and Standard Bank is helping them enhance their talent and show the quality of their golf.
And tell me, what does it mean to you, the fact that the whole project is reaching out to young girls who are considered to be in disadvantaged areas? What does that mean to you?
It means a lot to me. I mean, it makes me proud as well because had I not had a father who was a caddy, and happened to come across golf, I don't think I would have played golf. And till this day, a lot of people ask me how did I get to play golf, and why would I choose golf out of all sports that I can have access to. And of course, I explain the same all the time. So having this opportunity to reach other young girls and introduce them to the game makes me so proud, because I tell you what, I'm sure Standard Bank and I can find another little girl who's going to play golf better than I have, and we can change a lot of lives and reach out to a lot of people. And you never know, these little kids who are just there hanging around, some of them are probably in the streets as we speak, could become the future top bankers of Standard Bank, you know.
And tell me more about, I like the fact that you are saying that the one thing that you love about this partnership that you have with Standard Bank is the fact that you're reaching out to so many girls out there. Where would you like to see this project in the next 5 years?
I think the way it started off, it's on a great start, and the trajectory is so amazing. It's going really far. I can foresee a lot of women playing golf, a lot of young girls joining, and a lot more pros playing in the Standard Bank series. And it just looks like it's going to get bigger and better every year, because if you compare to what Standard Bank did last year, I thought it was huge. And this year they've just doubled and tripled everything, and they're taking this thing all over the country, and it's going to reach a lot of people, which is truly, truly, truly an inspiration, and so amazing to the other pros as well.
So, in other words, would you say that the COVID pandemic wasn't that much? It didn't really affect this project per se.
Look, COVID has had many challenges, but I think as a country we've learned to live with the challenges that we're facing. People have been motivated to play sport and stay active, and so that they can get fit. And actually, the statistics say that golf grew during the COVID season. Um, it was good for golf, and I think it's good that we got more people in, more people are interested, and therefore more people will participate.
As an ambassador for this specific project, what are you currently doing to help make to help make this sports be accessible to young girls specifically? What would you say your specific I don't want to say responsibilities, but I hope you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yes, I understand you. So as an ambassador for Standard Bank, I wouldn't see it as a responsibility, because it's something that I love doing, and anytime I get to do it, I just go. So as an ambassador for Standard Bank has clinics that they host all over the country. So basically going out and scouting for young girls and introducing them to the game. And I always like to be there just so that I can motivate them. I find that a lot of kids need motivation, and they like to see somebody do what they say they must do so that they can follow. So I share a little bit of my story, tell them how I started and how I've gotten to this point, and actually make them believe that they can do it too, and even be better, because Standard Bank is there. So the clinics, basically you introduce the kids to the game, and you give them you teach them a few things, get them started out, and after some time you go back and you check on them and you teach them even more. And hopefully with this program we'll reach out to a lot of children, and they'll take the game seriously.
And lastly, Nobuhle, you as Nobuhle, I'm sure as people, you understand that we always have our own aspirations, our personal aspirations when it comes to our passions. Would you say that you've got a specific aspiration specifically, or goals that you have that you've set for yourself, just as a professional player? And if so, would you like to share some of those goals that you've set for yourself? Maybe it might be in the next 2 years, 5 years, 10 years.
Yes, I mean, starting out, there's always goals. You always set goals. We've got weekly goals, we've got monthly goals, you've got like short term and then long term. From last year, the goal is to finish top 40 in the order of merit. And so far I'm doing well. I'm well inside it. I'm doing well, and I'm going to keep going. And the next goal was to get into the majors this year. So we have our first qualifier coming up. I'm feeling good about myself. I think I got a good chance of getting in. And we take it from there. Next one, I probably should have done it. I should have gone into Olympics. I qualified, but I chose to play more events. But I think I just have to do it. The next one, I must just put my name down and enter Olympics, play Olympics for my country. And I think that will be a good achievement.
I'm definitely looking forward to seeing you on the screen. I'm definitely looking forward to that. And just as a side note, I promise this is my last question.
No problem.
Do you see yourself starting an organization or a foundation that specifically focuses on golf? And if so, if so, you are more than welcome to share it with me. But if you also feel as if it's not the right time to share it, please reach out and let me know when you've started something like that.
No problem. I appreciate your question. So on the 23rd of April, I hosted a junior golf day in Swaziland. I called it the Nobuhle Dlamini Junior Golf Challenge. To my surprise, it was just so successful. I didn't expect it to be so successful. I was just doing it to help out the kids and motivate them. But a lot of people came out and they said, I mean, they gave me a big thumbs up, and they applauded what I did. And a lot of them are wanting to get involved and assist going forward. So then this has now led me to studying out a golf foundation, which we are going to help kids out, get them involved, help take them to the next level. The Swazi Junior Golf Development looks after the kids until they're about 18 years old. So there's quite a few of them that came and played on the day, and they've got so much talent, and a lot of them have finished school and they don't have funding for school. They would like to still play golf, but they can no longer be part of this academy. So I saw that as an opportunity to actually try and help the kids get scholarships, whether it be going into studying for those who aren't good enough, and those who've got the talent, help them get better coaching, send them over to South Africa, and also help the Swazi coaches get better coaching, take them for training so that they can become better coaches in their home country, and get them involved in the golf industry. There's so much you can do in the golf industry. You can become a coach, you can become a rules official, you can become a club manager, you can get into retailing. There's just so much that you can do in the space of golf. You can get into golf course designing as well. And we're looking to host another one in South Africa as well. I'm looking into the September school holidays, and hopefully we get it into a nice golf course so that we can get the kids from the townships and give them the exposure to say, look, you guys play golf out there and you love it, but this is where we want you to be. This is where we want you to find comfort and see how golf courses are run, see how things are done, see how the best golf courses are actually run, and what they look like and what it feels like to play in it. So that's the goal.